What's up, Ken? Hey, Emmy. Happy Tuesday. We're in that short window where most of the time zone is in the same day. Yeah. Are you talking about this thing? No. I did play with it in Ableton the other day. I see it. I don't see using it that much live or in this setting. I see it more as a mixing tool. I mean, it definitely can be used live. I don't know yet if I'm going to use it for that purpose. Hey Max, what's up? Yeah, I think is this ambient? Yeah, Ken, I think yeah, if you're playing a key-based instrument, it makes more sense to use live. Or if you just don't have, if you were playing guitar but you were like using a multi-effects thing that didn't have all the knobs out here, it would make sense to use live. Could be lunchtime. Just yeah, everybody in the U.S. is just waking up, just going to work. Yeah, live. Yeah, I see what you mean, Ken. In live implementation, yeah, and I could use it if I was using Ableton more for like live looping, then it would make sense too. Thanks, Max. Which I may get to that point, eventually. The thing that's so great about it is it's so customizable, but then that means you really have to have it set up, in a useful way in order to be able to use it in any given context. So, where I would love to use it in this setting is to control the MIDI effects that I have set up in Ableton for the pedals. I mean, yeah, the rampers are one option, but it's still very limited. I still am looking for something that can basically like create my own ramping shape on the fly. So essentially it would be like a ramper, but instead of automatically like I would have the ability to program in the actual ramp shape, which I just said, but like, so instead of just bouncing back and forth, I could actually like, well, not just like, I want to make my own shape. So like what I want, for instance, is Therme to be able to have it all the way down for like 10 seconds and then very quickly turn it up and then back down again. So it would just catch every once in a while. So that's not even really a shape that exists, but I want to be able to create that myself. And I could do that in Ribbon a little bit. But yeah, then the option to even randomize different saved custom shapes would be cool. Just to make, I guess the end goal is to create more unpredictability from what the pedals are doing. And to me, the only way to do that is to control the mix knob in a manual way, but automatically. So like instead of just ramping it different speeds, but at the same, scale, the same intensity or the same speed, to be able to change that. I don't think anybody. I don't know of anything that exists for that. Yeah, you can certainly draw in automation like that after the fact in a DAW, but I don't know of any like pedal or plugin that could do that live. Although like Ableton does have randomization, chance and like possibility tools. I don't know if that stuff can apply to live though, like not recorded stuff. But that's kind of what I'm like. Yeah, to be able to program chance into individual pedals, and probability would be something that I'm still looking for. Shaper box. Yeah, I know a guy who used to stream who had a pedal that had a little bit more flexibility than the ramper. Shaperbox is your go-to tool for rhythmic inspiration, musical motion, and mixing magic. Interesting. Drawable LFO forms. Yep, there you go. Yeah. That's what I want, but to be able to use it in a live setting. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, drawable LFO forms. That's what I should call it, because that's the right explanation. Anyway, I have a new song out today. Hey, Dan. Hey, Johnny. What's up? If anybody's not following Johnny, he's streaming again, ambient music, and I think you're pretty close to 50 followers if you're not already there. Last I checked, it was 48 last night. What happens at 50? Oh, you're at 51. Let's go. 50 is the threshold for self-destruct. In a way, yes. 50 is the first of two qualifications you need to meet to be eligible for affiliate. So now all you need is within a 30-day window to have an average of 3 viewers in your streams. And then once you hit that, you'll get an email from Twitch offering you the ability to apply for affiliate status, which just means you have to fill out some paperwork and tax stuff. And you can get emotes, you can get channel points, you can get subscriptions, bits, all the fun stuff pretty much unlocks at that point. Since none of us are ever going to get to partner except maybe Dan someday. $85%. Yeah, exactly. Then the money starts rolling in, and you know, it changes you. It really does. You really can't ever go back after that. Sorry to hear you're sick, Ken. Yeah, this Shaperbox plugin looks interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that more. Although it is $100. Something good to keep in mind. Yeah, that was my big thing, was like when I first became affiliate, and why I got rid of it eventually was, for a while, it's just stupid to me that I can't decide that. Number one, to not play ads if I don't want to, and number two, I have no control over what ads are popping up, which is insane to me. Like I should at least know. I don't even know what ads are popping up. That's another thing. Yeah, I do that. I have it spread out as much as possible. So it's like I have it scheduled for the lowest amount, the least, you know, the least whatever. So yeah, I mean, you don't have to become an affiliate. So that's the only way though. So like, that's the thing is they kind of get you by saying, oh, you want the channel points and the emotes, now also you have to show ads on your channel, which just sucks. I hate that so much. Right. Yeah, you're not an affiliate, which means no ads play on your channel. It's not until you opt in. So even if you've hit 50 and you hit the average, you'll get an email inviting you to be affiliate, but if you don't ever fill out that paperwork, then then nothing will change. You still have to manually opt in to that to get all that stuff. You just won't have It'll just stay exactly how it is. Yeah. Tell Twitch where to stick that paperwork. All right. I need to. Oh no, I don't. I thought I needed to do some work real quick, but. So Dan, also shouts out for Dan. Dan just launched a Patreon, so go check that out. Yesterday, in lieu of streaming. It's got some cool stuff in there. There's the link. Go check that out. Yeah, Dan, I'm definitely gonna steal that song and do something with it. He has the stems for a song, and it says use them at your heart's content for live performance, remixes, your own projects, whatever. Have fun with them. Just be sure to give me credit wherever they are used. And then there's also a new live recording of an older song. Brand new unreleased version of The Ballerina, one of the most requested songs on my playlist. So yeah, there's 3 tiers. You can get exclusive content, video tutorials and lessons, digital downloads, B-sides, alternate song versions, live recordings. Then another row where you get a monthly exclusive live stream in addition to all that stuff. And then another level where you could get 30-minute monthly one-on-one video chat, music production advice, piano lessons, and everything else. I don't know what the conversion is for 30 minutes in Canadian time, so it might be more or less. You have to find out. But wait, there's more. No, that's Billy's thing. Yeah, so I signed up. Go check it out. So that Dan can keep doing music, because even though Twitch has already made him a very rich man, as we know, it's not enough. I'm gonna keep spamming the chat with this link also, which is a new song I have out today. Cool. So I don't have anything to do right now, work-wise, which is awesome. Patreon. Oh, thanks. Yeah, my link is here. If I can spell. You can get $3 a month. You can support stuff, or a little bit more to get a little bit more stuff. Spotify's good. Something I haven't been utilizing at all until literally like a couple days ago when I got the new El Capistan, which this existed on the old Capistan, but I just didn't use it. I didn't really understand it enough to use it well. Is the sound on sound looping mode. It's freaking awesome. Where I'm at, I am in outside Philadelphia, not far from you, a couple hours. Yeah, it is fantastic. The key for me to start using it was the repeats knob. I didn't really understand because I never really looked at it, was that you can have it loop infinitely. Yeah, but if you turn it down, then it just slowly fades out. So I can put it late in the chain and have it just like listening all the time and just giving you that like underneath layer of tape saturated loop low in the mix, which kind of fills out. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's what I've been using it for. I'm talking about the band, the Eagles. They have a new album out or something. Oh yeah, for sure. Like I don't feel confident enough to be able to do that in this setting, but I have been messing with that, like getting it to kind of that much more worn out texture. That would be a setting I would love to have, like, to basically. Well, I wonder if you can do this, but like infinite repeats. And then have the tape saturation looping to a certain point, and then if you just turn tape saturation off, tape age off, I think it still degrades. What I was doing to simulate that is getting it to the point where I liked it, and then using the looper in Microcosm to then loop a chunk of it right where I want it to stop. And then it will just repeat that perfectly. Yeah. And then you could start over and capture a new loop. But yeah, that's the only thing I don't like, is that eventually it'll if you're not at the point where you're ready to fade out, it'll disintegrate to kind of almost an unusable thing eventually. Does the El Cap have an infinity mode? I don't know. I mean, if you turn repeats all the way up, it'll loop forever, but then it just becomes like a really chewed up, garbled mess eventually. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say usable is depends on your definition. It's usable, and it's just not always the most pleasant sounding thing eventually. But yeah, like I said, to get around that, I'll trap a loop in that's coming from El Capistan into Microcosm, and then that kind of basically does what I'm trying to get to. Might pop on stream later. Nice. Sweet. Good luck. But yeah, it's cool to see you streaming again more regularly. I did get that notification going in our Discord, which I think it worked yesterday. Goddamn ads. Volante has infinite infinity. Oh, see, don't tell me this. I told Dave Masters, because I've been watching Dave use his Volante. When I was thinking about keeping both El Capistans, I was like, why don't I just get a Volante? Once you get that saturated. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. Tap it to stay on that level. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So I don't think El Capistan has that I know of. See? They thought of everything. Now, well, here's the problem. I don't have room for it. I'm gonna need a bigger board, I guess, at some point. It's like as big as a microcosm. But I have been thinking about moving microcosm end of chain and maybe putting it on my desk or something. But yeah, that's why I didn't end up keeping like the timeline and the big sky, because they're just too big. I'm already at max like board size. I already can't carry this thing. Not that I'm going anywhere, but it's so heavy already. Oh, the double decker, yeah. I mean, that's the thing, is I do have another smaller pedal board, so that would be the thing to do eventually. Yeah, because I still would love having a looper down on the floor at foot level, like what's it called? Go buy a pedal down. All right, Ken. Yeah, exactly. Like tuner. I could add a couple more drives. Yeah. Compressor, everything that I don't really touch. That would be nice. Yeah, maybe I finally need to do that. Because honestly, and then like I also have a volume pedal that I don't ever use anymore. Yeah. I think it's just laziness. But I could put it... Whoa, sorry about that. I could put it down there. And like, it's going to be very tempting to fill that thing up as soon as I get it out. Yeah. I would probably buy a boomerang again. Because that, to me, is the best, like, on-the-floor looper. And you get 3 independent loops. So that's another $350. And then I get a Volante, which is another $350 used. So that's $700 right there I'm spending. That's really why. And then I probably need another power supply. Separate. When I make all that money from Twitch 10 years from now, then I'll buy all that stuff. Oh yeah, sweet. Yeah, I have one of those foot switch, the Boss foot switch thing somewhere. I can't find it because I want to use it for recording, to be able to start and stop. I can't find it. Yeah, that's awesome that you got that set up. Yeah, I think eventually that's probably the thing that makes the most sense to do, is the second board underneath. It seems like people are doing that, and it works pretty well. So I think going horizontal, like having more pedals, just gets, then it's like you can't reach this stuff. Yeah, so then anything that you wanna use your feet for, I put tuner, compressor, drive, looper on, and then volume pedal on the floor. Yeah, which that, and honestly, that would be a decent board, a travel board. You get something like, I could put the Minim on that, which has some delay and reverb in it, and then that's a decent travel board to play like regular stuff, even some ambient stuff. All right, well, you convinced me. You convinced me to do that. It's just a matter of, I know as soon as I start adding stuff and making space, then I'm gonna start buying pedals again. So I really need to wait. Thanks. All right, Dan. Enjoy your lurk / walking your dog. How long have we been going for? Like 40 minutes. Yeah, I was planning to do like an hour or so today. What can you, Johnny, can you tell us what tattoo you're gonna get, or is it a secret? Yeah, definitely do that. You can use Gear Talk or Studio Update, whatever. Doesn't matter. Crow? Oh, sweet. Oh, that's awesome. Metal, yeah. volume, tuner, distortion. Yep. Yeah, that's nice. And then up top, oh, you got the float. Nice. Low cap, habit. I'll be honest, like habit is still something I'm still like trying to figure out how to use. Like I get how it works. It's still, I'm trying to use it more as a delay than a looper. I'm still trying to figure out what like, yeah, float's amazing. I got it yesterday. And already it's like become an essential thing. Yeah, I don't mind like the randomness of habit. I think I need to spend more time with it like by itself. Yeah, it's a great setup, man. Yeah, that's true. I guess I just mean like I need to understand it better. Yeah, right now. Oh, you know what? I just realized I forgot my coffee. That's why I'm yawning so much. I'm using it. I'm going from the compressor into channel 1 of the float, and then I'm going through all this stuff, and then back into channel 2. I don't know if I want to keep it that way, but for now it's cool. All right, I'll be right back. Gotta get my coffee. I'm back. Of course, I got my nice. Tastes so much better in Old Blood mug. Yeah, my kids are always like, what does Old Blood noise mean? So yeah, anyway, I'm running float, like I said, in 2 different places, which I'll probably try it out, like the other modes where you can either run it 2 parallel with just 1 input and 1 output, or where you run output 2 back into output 1. I'm still rewatching the Dan Explains It All. So I totally did not understand the min-max thing from the instructions. Which is probably a common problem. But the way he explains it, I was like, oh, that makes sense. Well, yeah, I read it in the instructions like 10 times and I couldn't wrap my brain around it. And then once he explained it, especially how you can just use the sliders to like push the min down. Like, okay, so that, because what I was getting really confused was like how to reset it too. Yeah. So then the next thing I need to do is plug a ramper into the expression input and play with that a little bit. I really need to start ramping the filter on Microcosm again too. That was really fun.